Welcome back to ESBR Boxing's YouTube channel. Delighted, as always, to be joined by Owen McKendry. This is a weigh-in reaction to the massive undisputed heavyweight title fight happening tomorrow night in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Of course, between Tyson Fury and Oleksandr Usyk, if you didn't know already. Owen, seen the weigh-in. Usyk, 233 pounds, 12 pounds heavier than his last fight against Daniel Dubois. Tyson Fury 262. We knew he was going to come in lighter than the Ngannou fight. We didn't know how much lighter, but yeah, 15 pounds lighter than the Ngannou fight back in October. Give us your thoughts. What's going through your head right now in terms of what we've just seen?
I think I was debating with myself how serious Fury will actually take this. And looking at him on the scales, he's taking this very seriously. I think that's the best I've seen him look on a scale for a long, long time. Usyk, yeah, just pretty much Usyk, consummate professional, never in doubt. Interesting that he's coming heavier. I actually did think he'd come in quite light.
Mm.
Obviously, I know Fury's obviously going to be heavy-handed, try and break him down fast feet, but I expected him to be a bit lighter so he can move more and move as freely as he wanted to. So slightly surprised by Usyk's weight, but then I may have been wrong in thinking his game plan, and maybe he's coming to take him out. So yeah, interesting.
Very interesting. I think with Usyk, a lot of I don't know if you remember, but a lot of people thought for the I think it was the rematch with Joshua, he was going to come in heavier and came in at
Yeah,
the exact same weight.
yeah.
This fight he's not coming in at the exact same weight. He is quite a bit heavier. Fury on the other hand, yeah, were you how much did you think he was going to come in around where he has come in? Did you think he was going to come in heavier, lighter? I mean, there have been some crazy things that have gone around this week about him kind of coming at his career lightest for a very long time. It is his career lightest for nearly 5 years. But just give us kind of your thoughts on that and just kind of the general physique of Tyson Fury. He's never going to kind of look like a bodybuilder, but yeah, just give us your thoughts on how he came across.
I think he looks in great shape, and like you say, he's lightest for a very long period, in terms of Fury's career. But I thought he'd come in quite heavy. You never know what Fury is going to do. He says a lot of things, and it's whether he's going to actually follow through with what he says. He's saying Usyk's too small. He's a docile, he's a middleweight. He's going to knock him out, etc. So I did think he'd come in quite heavy,
Mm.
to try and get it done early. But I'm actually pleasantly surprised and quite pleased at how serious he has taken it, because as much as he says all these things about Usyk being a dosser and a middleweight, etc., the weight he's come in shows he's clearly aware of Usyk's qualities, and him and his team are clearly prepared for the task ahead, which I'm very happy with. And it's a Tyson Fury weigh-in's always not a nervy time, but it's always a questionable time. What's he going to do? What's he going to look like? So got me pumped for the fight now, definitely.
Yeah, 100%. It's really interesting. There's not long to go now. I think what is interesting is that there's not a monumental weight difference now with the two guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like another time, Usyk could have come in at his regular 221, and Fury could have come in at 270, 275, as he has done in the past. But actually, when it comes to weight, there's still a significant difference. And of course, there's a difference in height there, but there isn't a massive difference in weight there, which I think is really
Mm-hmm.
interesting. Um, Give us your quick thoughts on kind of the coming together, Owen. Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen at these weigh-ins. Sometimes it looks kind of a bit staged. I don't think that was. I feel like when you got a character like Tyson Fury, it's unpredictable. We saw him at the press conference yesterday, kind of refuse to face off with Usyk properly. What did you think of, yeah, that the coming together?
I fully expected it. I think it was a bit of mind games from Fury, but I think he knows Usyk isn't going to succumb to mind games at all. I fully expected some form of coming together, some form of clash, and I did expect Fury to be the one leading it.
Yeah.
Usyk didn't look phased by it at all. Bit of pushing and shoving. I don't think I've ever seen so many bodies and people surrounding two fighters. It was quite impressive to see the amount of presence on the stage. I think that to me says they were expecting a coming together. I don't mind it when it's head to head. There was no punches thrown. There was a little push and shove, but there's a lot on the line here. It's the biggest fight in boxing currently. It's in Saudi. It's all the belts. It's undisputed at heavyweight, which we haven't had for a long, long time. So I don't see an issue with it. If it had got a bit nasty, if someone had a swung a punch, then I'd be questioning it. But I'm ready to go now.
Yeah, for sure. Like I think there's always a little worry when there's these coming togethers that someone is gonna connect with a punch, somebody's gonna twist an ankle, and then there's no fight, which would have been disastrous if that had happened today. Final question, and this is a weigh-in reaction video, but give
Mm.
us your final thoughts ahead of tomorrow night, sorry. What do you think is going to is going to happen here? Who's going to win and how?
I'm still sticking with Usyk, and as I said, a late to yourselves in the chat, a late stoppage, sort of rounds 10, 11, 12. I did put my money on 11 myself, but I think if Usyk does get him out, it'll be late. I think we're going to see some showboating from Fury. I think he's going to be try and be clever and be cocky. And I think although he'll box to his best, I think the cleverness that he tries to put out and the over exuberant cockiness, I think against someone like Usyk, a technician that he is, I think he's just going to get caught. And when you get caught, Usyk obviously isn't the wilder one punch spark you out cold. It's the technical two, three, four, five punches, and I just think that's going to be Fury's undoing. It's not a 95% in. It's a 51-49, but I just think Usyk will have that slight edge and technical ability towards the championship rounds.
Fantastic. Owen, we'll leave it there. Good to be joined by you. Good to speak to you so close to the main event as well. I'll let you go now, but yeah, it's not long to go now. If you're watching this video, please do check out the rest of our content for this fight. There was a lot to get through. Owen, thank you for your time, and I'll speak to you again soon.
Pleasure as always, mate.